Thank you for coming to Compass Starlight. I hope you had a nice holiday if you celebrated. This is going to be a weekend reading, a new moon reading. This is the Mantegna Tarot with archetype cards, and the one in my hand is the Divine Feather Messenger. A deck of oracle cards. So I had to take a day off. Celebrated my birthday. There's a lot going on here in the US, celebrating Independence Day. Hope you had a good week. Let's see what kind of energies we can get for this weekend. What kind of energies are we rolling into for the weekend? Let me get one more card, please. To start out with that Mantegna Tarot, we have the card Luna, card number 41. We have the card Misery, card number 1. We have Sun, card number 44. And we have Vital Functions, card number 33. And then here with the Divine Feather Messenger, we have White Eagle. And we have the Falcon that came out as well. Oh, that looks like a lot of cards. Let's see what we have here. That's too many for me, thank you. We'll try that again. They're meant to come out, they will reappear. So this deck here is the Neon Rider Tarot. What kind of messages can we get from Spirit for the weekend upcoming? What kind of energy will we be facing? Thank you. Just want to make sure nothing else flipped out. Decided to show itself. Does not appear to be so. Okay. We have the Two of Swords, the Seven of Swords. We have the Nine of Coins, or the Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. Yes, okay. Do these all show on camera? Yes. The White Eagle says the connection to divine guidance is within you. And the Falcon says use your keen perception and skill in making decisions. Do not delay. There's definitely an energy of being prompt about making decisions. It just seems like there are some critical moments, and perhaps how serious and critical those decisions are will vary depending on who you are watching this video. In other words, the decisions, the choices, the options may not be life-threatening, life or death. I suppose they could be. But they may be events or circumstances that need a decision promptly. So, let's start out with this Mantegna Tarot. We have first the card Luna, card number 41. This is the archetype for imagination. Analyze dreams to discover yourself. We have dreams, we have ambitions. Sometimes we believe that our dreams are out of reach. So it is a time to consider why you may believe that some dreams are out of reach or that some goals are impossible to achieve. What is that impossibility? What kind of self-imposed limitations are there you're imposing upon yourself? What about these dreams is so magical to you? What about these dreams or goals calls to you? Why is there importance in your life? You're being asked to focus on that importance. If something is so important to you, you will do something about it. I remember at one point in my life living in an area where work availability, employment opportunities were few and far between, and I really struggled with that. I had a friend who had a child, and she always had a job. What did they say? That necessity is the mother of invention. She always had a job because she absolutely needed to provide for her child. So why am I bringing that up? If you have dreams and goals that you want to achieve, there's something so important to you, something so valuable to you about those dreams and goals. Don't let time pass without reaching for the stars, without reaching for those goals. Don't let your dreams die. The next card we have here is Misery card number 1. This is the archetype for dignity. Remain dignified even in adversity. Perhaps you're needing to make decisions because you're finding some things are challenging, or they're not working out quite as you had hoped, or there is something that is completely outside of your control that is sort of forcing your hand, forcing you to make decisions. This is the adversity. There may be something outside of you, outside of your plan that has come up. It's something that you need to deal with. This is the adversity, and you are being asked to be dignified in how you handle the situation. Oftentimes, life will throw us a curveball. No matter how much planning you do, there's always something that is outside the realm of possibilities about which we had previously thought, something outside of our original plan, and we have to make adjustments. So you're being asked to be dignified as you make those adjustments. Don't flip out, don't freak out, right? Keep your cool, be stable, maintain your authority over yourself, over your emotions, while you handle whatever situation may arise about which you'll have to make a choice, make some critical decisions. The next card is the Sun. This is the archetype for common sense. Act clearly and consistently. Again, this is reiterating that need to be calm, cool, and collected, to be thoughtful and logical and practical and pragmatic as well as we make these choices. How can we best address whatever situations are arising in our lives at this time or over the course of the weekend, perhaps even into next week? So apparently, the new moon in Cancer comes with a lot of other energy according to other planets and their transits and so forth at play over pretty much, I want to say, through the 21st of July. I'm not an astrologer, but I do follow a few astrologers. I do know that today, Friday, is the new moon in Cancer. There are some other things going on astrologically that could impact some of us. And so, again, we are being asked to be cool, calm, and collected and have dignity as we move through these potentially challenging times, through this adversity. The Sun, this card in this Mantegna Tarot, has elements that you might see in the traditional tarot in the card the Chariot. There is a winged charioteer being drawn by horses through the sky, but nonetheless, this charioteer needs to have control over the direction of these horses. And in the Chariot card in the traditional tarot, there's usually one horse or one figure that represents the shadow aspect and one that represents the light aspect. And in that, in order to have victory and ride out to be triumphant, we have to have and maintain control over and balance over both the light and the dark forces, the shadow and the light. And this card, the Sun here, suggests that if we are unable to keep that balance, we may fall overboard. We don't want to lose ourselves or lose our cool and fall off this chariot moving forward into the depths of emotion or into this ground of what could be a tough reality. This is further indicating the importance of having balance. The next card is Vital Functions. Vital Functions is the archetype for rebirth. View the world with new eyes. Rebirth. So the last reading I did was for this past week, and I do believe that we saw the card Death, the Death card. That is a card that symbolizes death and endings, but also rebirth and new beginnings, something completely different. And here with Vital Functions, we are similarly faced with the notion of rebirth, and to view the world with new eyes suggests that we take a different perspective, take a different stance. Again, that we must be adaptable and changeable in whatever changeable circumstances we find. And as well, in this particular card, this sphere that the protagonist holds has both elements of Earth and the stars within that sphere, which suggests that on the earthly plane, we also are affected by the movements of the stars and the planets and that which is happening in the heavens. So perhaps whatever adversity we may face will give us an opportunity to grow and mature and see things from a new perspective. We have the cards White Eagle and Falcon here from the Divine Feather Messenger, and I would like to read these. White Eagle says, eagle is the bird totem associated with spirit and is often seen as divine guidance and wisdom. The white eagle has a special connection to the angelic realm as a messenger of the divine. White eagle calls us to our highest connection to Source, to our soul's purpose, and to our service here on earth. White eagle tail feathers are commonly used in the headdresses of Native American chiefs as the antenna to the Great Spirit, and that connection demands great responsibility. When we are in service for the highest good, it is a call to follow your soul's true path here on earth. I actually see it as well as a symbol of honor. The white eagle delivers the message that now is the time to come into alignment with your soul's unique purpose. We are all being called to awaken at this time and receive our divine inheritance. It is time to let go of fear, move ahead, and step into the power of your soul. Whether you are called to service through healing work or service to humanity, see your unique energy and contribution as vital to the shift now taking place. expand out from where you stand and see if you can use your gifts to assist and guide those around you. The energies affiliated with this card and the white eagle are soul's purpose, highest vision, and power. It's associated with the season of summer, the elements of fire and air, the color white for purity and healing, and the affirmation says, I awaken to my soul's unique and divine purpose. And as you make choices and decisions that might be critical over this weekend, you are being asked to honor that inner guidance you have, and to honor your inner wisdom, and to honor the divine purpose that you have as you move forward on this path. The next card here is the Falcon from the Divine Feather Messenger. The Falcon card says, closely tied to the Egyptian god Horus, who is known as possessing the all-seeing eye, Falcon directs awareness to the third eye chakra, or the place of seeing and vision. Vikings, among others, often used falcon and other birds of prey for hunting. This type of hunting and detection, commonly called falconry, was used in many ancient civilizations, tying this messenger to past lives. There are many types of falcons, and they all have keen vision, great speed, and amazing perception, allowing them to dive quickly and use their skills for fullest advantage. This is, again, where you're being called to make prompt, critical decisions. Prompt, the quickness is imperative as these situations of adversity arise. The Falcon Messenger has swooped in to show you that you indeed have the skills, perception, and ability to attain the prize. What have you been seeking? Do you have a clear picture of your target? Whether there is an ongoing quest or a new opportunity, you are being urged to hone your senses and take the leap without further delay. A sharp perception and an unwavering focus will assist you as you do. This may require you to move in a faster way than you might be accustomed to doing. Feel the power, skill, and excitement of Falcon supporting you as you take flight. The energies associated with this card and the Falcon are power, perception, empowerment. The seasons associated with this are summer, fall, and the elements fire and air, colors white and brown. The affirmation says, I follow my instincts and achieve my highest goals. Again, bringing us back to our dreams. What are those dreams? What are those goals that we want to achieve? We are being asked to take charge and to go for it based on the information that we have at hand, as well as the infinite wisdom with which we can and are able to be in touch with divine source and the divine plan, our strong intuition, the wisdom that we have within. Now here with the tarot cards below, we have the Two of Swords, the challenge of making a decision and feeling like we cannot see the way forward, that we do not have all the answers, and yet being forced to make a decision anyway. And how can we move forward with strategy? So this card here, the Seven of Swords, often depicts a deceitful or conniving energy, somebody trying to get away with something, and it can sometimes be seen as a thief. But here, this protagonist in this card is really trying to find alternative ways to handle the toils of war. He is stealing the swords to hide them. He is stealing the swords so that they cannot be used against one another between both parties involved. And this is a strategy. So sometimes this card does represent strategy and being strategic in our plan. I don't get the feeling that whatever adversity arises over the course of the weekend or the next several days, I don't get the feeling that it is warring energy between potentially you and someone else, us and another party, for example. I really get more of a sense that it is a challenge of circumstances. This is, someone's sudden illness and having to be supportive and make quick decisions about the care and health of a loved one. This is just completely random, unavoidable circumstances. This could be a roof leak, and all of a sudden you have to deal with cleanup and repairs of a roof, but it needs to be done now. Or just anything that it really needs attention, and it's just the effect of random causes. And maybe you have a glass front door and the glass broke, and now you don't really have any kind of protection from the outside, whether it be a sense of privacy, security, or it could simply be that you're in a very hot climate and you have air conditioners and you've got this broken glass and it needs to get repaired so that you can maintain a comfortable temperature in your home. It's just things that seem to be acute, needing your attention right now, and you have to find a way around them. These are just some examples. My point is that there are things that need to be taken under control and dealt with. You're being asked to be strategic in how you handle these things. They may be unfortunate circumstances that are arising, but what is the best way that you can handle those circumstances? I really don't get the feeling that it's a person or outside forces. I don't get the feeling that it's a person that is forcing your hand, forcing you to make these choices. It's that you're compelled to make these choices out of a sense of value. What is valuable to you? What is valuable to you, and how can you bring balance back to whatever these circumstances are? There is one thing about this card. In the background here, there is a group of soldiers that are aware of what this individual is doing. This is an opportunity for you to take charge and handle things with honesty and transparency, because you can't really hide whatever these circumstances are. So again, if you are the cause, if some accident occurred, for example, if somehow you are involved in a situation that is causing adversity to someone else, this is an opportunity for you to come clean and take responsibility for your part in whatever circumstances are arising at this time. With the Nine of Pentacles being the following card, this is a card that represents strong energy, security, maturity. This is a healthy individual who has self-control, someone who is intellectual. This person is very grounded and at peace and feels a sense of achievement and success. Are you able to achieve these goals and these dreams? That's something that remains to be seen, and you will need to take charge. You need to evaluate those things that are of importance to you, and then you will need to take charge and make decisions. But with this card being here, this is to say that you have achieved your goals and you have committed to working through whatever problems arise, and now you have an opportunity to feel proud of yourself and your achievements, that you have reached some of your goals. So that actually is a nice energy coming in after this sense that we need to make choices and decisions now. It suggests that the decisions that we make are appropriate for whatever the circumstances are that have arisen recently or over the course of the weekend. Next we have the Eight of Swords. This is a card about feeling trapped mentally, emotionally, sort of bound by circumstances. This is a circumstance, or the situation that you may find yourself in may have you feeling like you're trapped and there's no way out. You are being asked to be pragmatic in your approach in handling the situation. Don't get caught up in your thoughts. Don't let things spin out of hand. You don't want to lose your balance and fall off of this chariot in the sky. We want to aim for the sun, aim for our goals, and have that self-control, take control over the situation. This is to stay grounded. Don't lose yourself in these feelings of being overburdened. This is too many thoughts going on in your mind about either what's happening or what could happen, when you do have wisdom and you do have the ability and perception and skill to make these decisions, to move forward, that your connection to the divine guidance is within you, and your keen perception and skill, use it in making decisions. Do not delay. Don't sit on the information that you have thinking about what to do. Be calm, cool, collected, be balanced, and be pragmatic about finding solutions. The Knight of Pentacles here next to it suggests that there are grounded opportunities or resolutions to whatever adversity may be coming up over the course of the weekend. They are there and available to you. They may be either slow to arrive in the thoughts, the solutions maybe take a moment to come to mind, or it may take a minute to actually fix a problem once you figure out what the best course of action is. But it does suggest that by taking charge, by taking hold of this wand, you then have the world in your hands. There's a whole other world on the horizon. There's a whole new adventure that awaits you. There is a world of new opportunity for you. So this particular card, the Two of Wands, is asking you not to sit on your laurels, and instead reach out for new opportunities, reach out for new horizons. There is some kind of likeness here, but it may be that we need to kind of tamp things down, secure some things. We need to fix a problem before we can really see that future before us, before we can see that potential. And perhaps it's the potential of our dreams, the potential of how we can arrive at a peace of mind where we can actually reach out and achieve these dreams, these goals that we have. So I'm just going to take some clarifiers here on this, a little confirmation for this reading, to see what other messages we can get for this reading. You know, what is, in the grand scheme of things, what do these cards really want to say to us? That is way too many cards. Sorry about that. None of them showed themselves to me. That looks like the Pope. Alright. Let me read these. That's the Hierophant. Yes, the Papa. And the Four of Wands. And the Queen of Wands. To suggest that we get the spiritual blessing, we get the blessing from Source to do what we need to do, to take the action that we need to take, that we can trust our wisdom and divine guidance, and we can trust our intuition as we move forward. The Four of, did I say Four of Swords? That is the Four of Wands. That Four of Wands card suggests, it could suggest marriage, but honestly, I don't see that in this reading particularly. What I see is that sense of completion. The Four of Wands is that feeling of having crossed the line, overcoming adversity and feeling that sense of accomplishment and peace after having dealt with whatever situation has been challenging us. And then with the Queen of Wands here, this is someone who is able to take things up with enthusiasm, with passion, with authority, with confidence. We are being called to follow the high vibration of the sun. Traditionally, the Queen of Wands holds the sunflower, and the sunflowers always grow towards the sun. This is a symbol and sign of fertility and happiness. It's a sign of having balanced enthusiasm toward an end. Maybe we can get one or two more cards. There we go. We have the Knight of Pentacles again. The Knight of Pentacles. So bringing in something grounded, a grounded opportunity, a grounded solution, a grounded direction, which may take a while to achieve. It may take a while to reach the goal, but it does look like a grounded opportunity presents itself. Once we've created a foundation, what I'm trying to get at is there's this barren landscape behind the Knight of Pentacles, and he needs to plant that seed. That is a seed of potential, financial, material abundance. That is the potential. He needs to plant that seed. So twice we're being asked to plant a seed that can grow into something abundant for us in the future. That is rather auspicious. The Knight of Pentacles asks us to think very carefully about our future and how we are going to invest in the future. It's a very slow-moving knight. That is where the cautious energy comes into play. This can be difficult because on one point we're being asked to make decisions with speed and clarity, and on the other hand, this is to put some thought into direction. But I do see two different circumstances. We have the potential for adversity over the course of the weekend, things that require us to make acute decisions in the now, right? Take care of things. Once these things are taken care of, once we've settled things down, balanced energy, made responsible decisions for whatever these circumstances are, and calm the energy, we can then take a little bit of time to consider the plan for the future, the plan for moving forward, and how we will invest this seed, this coin, as we move forward into the future. And that is where we can put in a little more thought and time and consideration. But nonetheless, don't dally too long. We do want to seize the opportunities of whatever lies ahead for us on the horizon. The Knight of Pentacles is the ability to handle all responsibilities, to handle the chaos, as well as to continue to maintain the day-to-day practicalities of life. It looks like we may have some chaotic energy, some adversity. So that's the reading I'm getting for the weekend. A potential for a situation or adversity or circumstances that may be challenging for us, that we have to take action and settle the energy pretty immediately by attempting to stay cool, calm, and collected and not get worked up, but to work out practical solutions. And then from there, to continue moving forward and handle the day-to-day responsibilities that we find in our lives. Figure out what our most highest priorities are, where our values are, and plant the seeds for the future, for things to maintain in the future and for things to grow so that we can expand our horizons going forward. That's the weekend reading. Thank you for coming to Compass Starlight. Be well.